So Iilluminaughtii, the Reddit channel turned documentary maker, has gotten into quite a bit of drama recently with LegalEagle of all people, who's like a lawyer channel. I believe one of the largest lawyer channels of all time, on YouTube at least. And I gotta be honest with you, shout out to Boblax for the screenshots because she deleted everything. But of course, the entire internet archived her because everybody on YouTube was just calling her out for this ridiculous criticism. Iilluminaughtii has gotten herself into quite a bit of drama. She actually used to be a small member of our community like years ago.
Yeah.
A long time ago. And she used to make videos on Tommy C's news channel. And when she blew up and became famous, suddenly she didn't want to associate with us anymore, or Tommy C.
Yeah.
And she ended up deleting a ton of videos off of his channel, including videos like not just stuff that she had made, but like other people's videos as well. She went full, she vandalized his channel basically, right? Mm-hmm. And got away with it completely. Well, fortunately, this recent drama she's found herself in, she hasn't gotten away with it. She bowed, she apologized, but she also tried to sweep it up. She tried to cover it up, and we're not going to have that.
No.
So, welcome to the Iilluminaughtii exposed video.
Yeah.
All right, so, this whole situation just started out from this call-out post she made against LegalEagle. So, I went through my emails, and I found this outright saying, yeah, I'm going to do this, but if you could make it easier for me, I'd appreciate it.
So, with that caption, you must sound like, it must be a horrible email, right? Like, they must be doing something absolutely terrible and trying to steal stuff from her.
Right. Let's see what it is. Hey, Blair, I work as an editor for LegalEagle, and I was wondering if there was some After Effects plugin you guys used for things like the intro in your NFL video, where the lighter colors appear to stick out in 3D. We could recreate it, but we figured there would be probably a faster method you guys were using. Here's the video I'm talking about, just so you know what I mean. Thanks, Danny. This is the video that they're referencing, right?
So yeah, it's like the most common commentary video editing you've seen in every single Nick Diorio and John Swan video. Not to dunk on them, but this is common. This is a very common looking kind of thing that you just
yeah, this isn't too unique. I've seen this even in right opinion videos. This is a very I don't even know really how to describe it. It's sort of this graphic comic they've got a lot of particle effects and stuff like that, colors. Yeah. I mean, I'm explaining it in literal retard terms, but you know what I mean, right? Yeah, so this editor is basically just asking hey, do you have a preset or something I can mess around with? Could you send me some files, help me out? This is common. Editors do this all the time. They always will hit each other up for resources and stuff like this.
Yeah. And
nobody sees this as a problem.
Yeah, it's always been a thing. I mean, that's the whole thing with editing. Generally, the editing community is something, to my knowledge, that builds each other up and shares things within their community. So you just ask. Worst thing, they say no or they don't respond to you. So if they want to keep it to themselves, they'll just say nothing. But it's not when an editor asks for something that it's wow, you're trying to steal.
They're doing some dirty, underhanded play there. It's no, this is normal to everybody except for you.
Yeah.
So she continues by exposing the editor, trying to leak, or show Discord messages. Also went to my Discord server to try and get more to cop the style. So Danny, the editor for LegalEagle, goes into her server and is like, am I allowed to post a video essay I made that was inspired by Blair's channel? Or is there no self-promotion? Also, is there any way I can talk to one of the video editors? I edit for LegalEagle and I wanted to know how they did a specific effect. So then one of the mods comes in and is like, you have to be level 2 to post links. The best place to advertise would be advertise yourself.
Wow.
Okay, rude. And then Danny responds is and about talking to the editing team, I've emailed in the past but got no response, so I figured I'd try here.
This person's openly communicating, they're making their email, they're coming in the server openly. How could you possibly be upset at this?
Who could be mad at this, right? So then Iilluminaughtii shows 2 examples. She goes further. She doubles down and goes further, right? She shows 2 examples of supposed plagiarism from LegalEagle's channel. Example A being this fucked up paper effect, right? That I guess this isn't even similar. This isn't even the same effect.
One of them has way more of a shadow. It has more of there's layering.
This is a cartoon effect. This is more
the real paper. It's totally not even similar at all. It's complete difference. If you had any artistic integrity at all, you would look at that and notice the difference.
Exactly.
I don't think Iilluminaughti's created anything in her life, so I don't know.
No, she hasn't created anything in her life, and I mean you can just tell that by her heavy list of editors. I mean she's writers, researchers, helper. She has to have a fucking paste it to explain all of that. Ordered A through Z. Then she's got the editors listed. This guy, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 editors on one documentary. The audio was mixed by somebody else. She had an artist draw her own sprites, and then a guy made the outro song, right? So it's like every aspect of her videos. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with having a lot of editors, but to sit here and act like, for her to sit here and just kind of nitpick at everything and make these crazy arguments that she clearly just does not understand because she doesn't actually produce anything herself is crazy, right? Look at example B. You know, I'll take the camera off for a second just so that we can fully see the ridiculousness here. This, she's claiming that highlighting, she invented highlighting.
Yeah.
What?
It's insane. And some people in the comments are like, I kept reading the text and I saw how different the texts were. Like, I can't help but recognize, and they're like, what is the stealing here? And then I realized, oh, she's talking about highlighting something.
Yeah.
Which, once again, I guess it's to say that if you put something in an off angle and highlight it, that means that you're copying it.
Everybody, literally everybody does this, except for me because I don't know how to do that. But everyone else does. And that's the thing, right? She doesn't edit shit.
Yeah.
So how the fuck can she sit here and be like, oh, you stole this and you did this, and speak so confidently on something she knows nothing about?
Well, another thing about this too is, like we said earlier, editors for all of time have used presets. They use things they find on the internet. They use things they find in
After Effects.
They use things they find in their small local community of editors. So most likely her editors didn't even create this themselves either. They got it from somewhere else.
Yes.
That's fine. That's how editing works. That's generally how it's done. That's not the diss on any of them. But they probably have presets. They use presets. They didn't invent this from, maybe they did, but most likely they didn't invent this from scratch. They got it from somewhere on the internet. So, and that's fine. Why are we mad about this? She has no idea what's going on. She doesn't know how editing works at all.
I can't believe she thinks she invented highlighting. This is the craziest stuff ever. So of course, LegalEagle did respond and put her in her place. I mean, she deleted everything as soon as this response came out.
Yeah.
Hey, Iilluminaughtii, I think this is a big misunderstanding. Perhaps great minds think alike. No, yeah, sure. No one on my team is trying to copy you. Without an exhaustive review of your channel, I believe you used those 2 styles before your channel did. We've used them for 3 to 4 years. Plus the 2 styles, a pseudo paper rip and a highlight, are extremely common on YouTube. The editor you're talking about didn't even design either of those 2 elements. Again, we've used them for 3 to 4 years at this point. Danny is a great and thorough editor. When he reached out via email, he was just hoping to find out what plugin your team used on a particular video, a very common practice among editors. He was not looking to copy anyone's style. Danny is also a freelancer who makes his own videos. In the Discord, the video he referenced was about being inspired by your subject matter, not your style. He's a fan of yours. The video he was referencing was a video of his own, not a LegalEagle video. Here's the end of the Discord chat that Danny provided to me. He was trying to edit a video of his own using only DaVinci Resolve. He was just looking for some technical help and then thanked everyone anyway. So again, in Iilluminauttii's screenshot, she cuts him off short. But if you actually look at the response, he's so polite and he's so nice, you know? He's just like saying, and about talking to the editing team, I've emailed in the past but got no response, so I figured I'd try here. Then the mod comes in and is like, Danny, this isn't really the place for that. This just to ask questions for the server. They can't even write English, dude. They can't fucking speak.
This just to ask questions about the server.
As the mod team, as the mod team isn't really involved into editing. Can you fucking speak a sentence? I can't read this shit. I can't read.
Jesus. The mod team isn't really involved in the editing,
Holy fuck. Can she hire teachers to teach these people how to speak and type?
She probably won't fucking pay them though.
No, she definitely. Do you think she pays all? Okay. Anyway.
I'm joking.
Anyway. So the mod says the editing team are busy people.
Yeah.
I'm sure they are because they've got to produce like 30 documentaries a fucking month.
Yeah, and she doesn't do shit.
So then one of the editors chimes in and says, it's true, I'm very busy, but not busy enough to respond. If you're going to type this out, can't you just help the man out and just be like, yo, we use this plugin?
Yeah.
But Danny the Saint, just responds so nicely, says, oh, well, thanks for the help.
He could have been like, hey, asshole, you just read my entire messages and everything and then gave me a snarky ass
Yeah,
reply.
we're being assholes. Danny was not.
Danny was not. He was a nice guy.
Danny is just chilling out.
Yeah.
YouTube is great because it's collaborative and the rising tide raises all ships. My team and I always try to provide original, high-quality, informative content. We try to help others when they ask for it. There aren't really any trade secrets around here. I didn't know that Danny reached out to you, but I don't fault him for doing so. If anything, I think everyone on the platform should be more open and sharing. Anyway, if you feel differently or want to hash it out, my DMs are open. So even LegalEagle himself is being nice.
Yeah, which he's way overly charitable here, but I mean, he's as nice as you can possibly be in this reply.
Yeah, I mean, I guess for being a lawyer channel, it'd be a little bit weird if you were just like lash out in rage.
Like, fuck you, Illuminati, you bitch.
If I were LegalEagle, I would have sued her.
Okay. Well, he does say, I think this is just a misunderstanding. Really? You think this is a misunderstanding?
No.
How could this is intentionally malicious idiocy
Yeah.
that she's participating in? This isn't, I'm just misunderstood what's happening here. No, you're a fucking moron. That's as simple as it gets.
Yeah.
And you're a malicious idiot.
Well, guess what? Not only is she malicious, but she plagiarizes. She steals.
Wow.
Want to talk about stealing video assets and stuff like this? So popular leftist YouTuber H Bomber Guy wrote, and this is responding to Iilluminaughtii herself before she cowardly, in a coward way, removed everything, and said, just to clarify, one of LegalEagle's editors asked one of your editors what plugin they used for a personal video they were working on their own channel. I take plagiarism really seriously, so I am interested in an explanation on what exactly is wrong here. Personally, Illuminaughtii, I would define plagiarism as something a bit more specific. For example, copying someone else's documentary directly into your script. Take a listen.
Professor Hugh Fudenberg.
Professor Fudenberg has long been controversial.
A man named Hugh Fudenberg, a former immunologist who has been long controversial.
In 1989, he was caught up in a bizarre lawsuit involving the Food and Drug Administration, which told him he had to stop injecting his autistic child patients with blood products.
In 1989, he was caught up in a bizarre lawsuit with the Food and Drug Administration, which told him he had to stop injecting his autistic patients with blood products.
Then in 1995, he was suspended from practicing medicine and made to pay a $10,000 fine for his misuse and misprescribing of controlled drugs.
Then in 1995, he was suspended from practicing medicine and made to pay a $10,000 fine for his misuse of prescribing controlled drugs.
Nice cum effect, by the way. Did you make that? Did you? I really liked that.
It's like 3 dicks just spreading on the screen all at once.
Yeah, can you tell me which plugin you used for that one?
We'll put it on our video.
Yeah, I want to use this. Oh, it looks like shit. Look, she's stealing research. She's stealing. I mean, if you wrote this essay in college, you would get expelled.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Well, you know what's so funny? I think she made, we haven't pulled it up, but I think she made some snarky ass tweet where she was like, this just feels like, can I copy your homework but change it a little bit? And then this dumb bitch is doing exactly the same thing. I think she changed like a couple words in that first one, but she used the term, he has been long controversial. She could at least have said like, he's had a long history of controversy, or he's had a history of controversy for as long as he's been around, as long as he's been a public figure. She said like word for word what he said, but changed like 2 little tiny things in it. So
you can bring this up. You just have to quote your source. This is like literal elementary school logic.
Yeah, either quote your source or change it more than just like a two words like switching it up.
Yeah, or at least if you're gonna plagiarize, at least try and not that I advocate for that, but like come on now. At least this is so lazy.
It's just lazy.
So on her subreddit, obviously her fan base was very much against her, including one fan that wrote probably one of the most psychotic Reddit threads I've ever seen in my life.
This is about the average Illuminaughtii fan. If you love Illuminati, this is pretty much like the average intelligence level of one of them, just so you guys know.
Open letter to Illuminaughtii, Big Joel, and LegalEagle. Resolve your trauma privately, or I'm unsubbing and unfollowing you all. Wow.
Careful, guys.
I am done to death with leftist YouTuber drama, to the point I almost want nothing to do with any of them anymore. It's been one hell of a stressful year without this bullshit on top of it, with the Supreme Court of the US threatening to limit abortion rights further, with anti-trans legislation becoming more hostile and being passed all over the US, and the very fabric of democracy being challenged in this country to the point where I even wonder if there will be a fair election next year. What? Dude, election like concerns from the left? What? How? But they go on. But nah. You know what? You know what we really need right now? Leftist YouTubers avoiding the hard and pertinent topics and instead accusing each other of petty shit, hurling attacks at each other, sticking each other's fan bases at each other like they are actual fascists.
What? I'm sorry, Illuminati's being a dumb bitch, but where has she been a fucking fascist?
So now they're all Hitler.
Has she been a fascist in this tweet? Am I like retarded?
This is crazy, dude. Motherfuckers, I'm stressed enough as it is. Dude. Okay. And I can't read this, dude. And I look to all of you for solidarity. I follow each of you because you have a lot to say on these issues, and it ensures me I'm not going out of my fucking mind because I'm not the only one who feels things are going fucking wrong. But of course, turbulent times like this seem to be the perfect time for speakers within the community to draw lines in the sand and measure the sizes of their egos against each other. To hell with it. I don't know what's going on with all of you three, and honestly, I don't give a rat's ass. How about you settle your problems like adults, privately, and with level heads, rather than air out your laundry in front of your already stressed fan base?
Wow.
Get your priorities straight, for the love of God, and use the effort you use into attacking each other into actually solving and discussing the issues that actually matter to us, or I'm dropping all of you! Thank you! Wow.
Thank you, too.
Amazing. I've heard comments be like, I'm unsubbing from you, dude. That's one thing, but this post is just brain rot to a whole level. So how would you expect Iilluminaughtii to respond to this? If this were me, this guy's information... Anyway.
I would find his address and
yes.
post it.
No, of course not. But if this were me, I would just I'd be like, I need to ban this guy from all of my communities.
Yeah.
He is fucking crazy.
This person is unhinged.
Yeah, but Iilluminaughtii did actually respond to it and said, I did apologize to LegalEagle privately. I don't know who the big Joel person is, but yeah, that's why I deleted the tweets. So then the psychopath responds once again, and Iilluminaughtii humors them and actually gives them a real response, and they end up talking about theme parks.
Yeah.
Together.
Not only did she give her a response, she also bent the knee and apologized. Just as I apologized to Ellie, I apologize to you too.
Ugh.
Really?
Yeah, enjoy that. If this is your fan base, they're going to eat you alive for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the rest of your life until they stop watching you and leave you bankrupt. I mean, this is literally how all of these fan bases that are this parasocially attached, and also when you give in to them and let them control your life like this is just fucking
this
nuts.
This return person is going to read this thread like over and over again for the next like 10 hours.
Yeah.
Like they're like, oh, Illuminator talks holy shit. Oh my god, I can't believe it. And then because this, I mean, they're so obsessed with them to the point that they're saying that this is like genuinely stressing them out, and the weight of the world is crashing on them.
Yeah.
And now Illuminator responded to them just like, oh my god, yes.
But also, like, you might be saying, well, at least she apologized. That's good, right? She's owning up and taking responsibility. Yeah, sure. In private, where the fuck is the public response? Like, how are you allowed to air out your dirty fucking laundry with, you know, this guy's, you know, whole team of editors, you know, especially Danny and LegalEagle? You didn't even apologize to Danny, by the way.
Yeah,
you know,
you haven't said anything about it. You should publicly apologize to Danny, and you should publicly apologize to LegalEagle because of this disgusting thread.
But you're just gonna like run away and like delete everything like a coward, and then just not address anything, and then think that like, oh well, because I reached out to him in private, you know, we settled everything. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
You brought it to the public sphere. If you DM'd him privately, sure. You brought it to the public sphere, so you need to apologize to the public sphere because you give everyone this impression.
Right. You don't get to collect all of the potential social benefit of calling somebody out in public, but then fucking it up and then not correcting it.
Yeah.
Publicly afterwards, right? If you brought it to the public, you have to finish it in the public.
Because there are some people who really believe what she was saying was true and that LegalEagle was engaged
in
shady behavior. So
there are some people like Lance from the Surfs, my favorite lol cow from Twitter. I love this guy. He is like the dumbest man on earth. Lance from the Surfs said, this is him responding to LegalEagle in a now deleted tweet. Dude, it's very shady behavior. At least own up to it. I normally love your stuff, but this ain't it. I say that as a fan.
Disgusting response.
You are delusional. You're shameful. He deleted this as well. I mean, dude, she's not gonna fuck you, bro.
Never.
You know, she's not gonna fuck you. It's just never gonna happen. You can sit there and talk about how much you love Biden and how much, you know,
Elon Musk sucks and how much everything is.
And she'll retweet you and you'll think in your head like, ooh, I'm getting in, I'm getting closer. You're not. You're not getting closer, and you deleted it as well. So
you couldn't even stand by your defense.
Yeah. Honestly, even though like to Iilluminaughtii, just you deleting this, like you are the smallest man on earth in her head.
Yeah.
She's like, you suck.
She's like, you're such a loser. Look how ratioed he got to 200 replies. Are you fucking me?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Wow. Good one, Lance.